It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to be taking a look at a can of Skol lager. This is probably the lightest lager that we've ever reviewed on the channel. It's coming in at 2.8% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. I've never ever drank this beer. I've heard all about it. In fact, some of you wonderful people out there commenting on my video said we want to see a video of Skol lager. So here it is, everybody. Here's my review of a Skol lager. I had to buy this in a 4-pack, so plenty of windows to clean with the rest of the 3 cans that I got. I'm going to be honest though. I'm going to give this, jokes aside, I'm going to give this my full attention today, 100% attention. I'm going to be honest, completely honest with this beer. If it's good, I'll say so. If it's not very good, we'll also say so. If it's not very good, then we can clean the windows with the rest of the cans. We got a 1-finger white head. Slow moving carbonation, clear, light, kind of crispy, amber coloured beer. It's brewed by Carlsberg, the company's owned by Carlsberg. Let's get the aroma. It smells like a light version of Carlsberg Export, to be honest. Now, a question for you guys before I get into this beer. Was it always 2.8%? Was it always brewed at that strength? I mean, Skol is like cheers in Norwegian and Swedish and Danish, I believe. Skol, cheers. And I can't imagine the Danes and the Swedish being, and the Norwegians for that matter, Skoling for a 2.8% ABV beer. When you normally drink in these countries, the beers are generally, I mean, they like to drink their beers about 5, 6, 7% ABV, not 2.8%. So it doesn't quite ring true, the ABV, for the name of the beer. I was expecting it to be about 6% ABV, but when I seen 2.8, and I just grabbed 4 cans from the supermarket shelf, brought it home, put it in the fridge, didn't look at the ABV. So when I looked at this today, I was thinking, oh, it's going to be about 6%, but no, it's 2.8. So a very light, slight lemony, slight malty aroma to the beer. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. It's very, very light. It almost feels like a shandy without the lemonade. It's extremely refreshing. Extremely refreshing. This might be my answer to non-alcoholic beer. This might be my very answer to it, because I cannot stand non-alcoholic beer. I think it tastes dreadful. There's not a beer out there that I like. The one that come close was the Estrella 0%. That come kind of close that I would consider drinking. But I've been in a pub before with a car, and I've drank non-alcoholic beer, and I've just had the worst time ever. But, and this is, I mean, I don't even know what the units is for driving in the UK, or around Europe for that matter. But if I could find where the units are on here. Oh, 1.2 UK units. Could you have a can of this? And I don't know what the law is, to be honest. So maybe I shouldn't advise on it. But I reckon I could drink a couple of cans of that and drive the car massively responsibly well, you know. I don't think it would affect me. It wouldn't affect my vision. It wouldn't affect my driving skills. It wouldn't even give me a buzz, I don't think, this beer. So on a positive note, if I was in a pub and they had this on, I would probably have, say, one, and then see what happens after that, because, you know, otherwise I'm condoning drink driving, and I can't, you know, I can't do that on the channel, can I? I'll have all sorts of people after me. But I'm certain you could have one can of this if you were in the pub. 1 pint. There's no, of course, I mean, these companies know how to brew a beer. There's no off flavours in the beer. In fact, there's nothing horrible about the beer. It's just very, very, very light. There's nothing to it. There's literally nothing to this whatsoever. It's quite carbonated. A little bit of a lemon kind of flavour coming through from the hops. And it's a very light, crispy, very, very, very refreshing beer. I reckon if I, you know, sometimes your weekends pan out like this. You go out on a Friday, you have a really good night, and then somebody invites you to a barbecue on a Saturday, and you're feeling a bit rough from the Friday night. So you're like, oh, what could I drink to kind of like slowly ease myself in to the barbecue? And you might want to grab a couple of cans of this just to kind of ease your way back into an afternoon's drinking at a barbecue. And this is just me talking about myself, in all honesty, without talking about yourselves, or, you know, I'm just talking about how my life kind of leads out. Whenever I seem to have a massive hangover on a Saturday, somebody wants to do a barbecue, or somebody wants to meet up, and you end up struggling with that first pint. But this may not be such a struggle, the first one or two of these, you know, getting it down you, getting back on the horse, if you like. A high quality lager brewed only with the finest ingredients to give a satisfying and refreshing taste. Brewed in Carlsberg, Northampton, UK. Ingredients are water, malted barley, glucose syrup, hops, and yeah, that's it. I mean, it's going to serve a purpose, this beer. Some people drink it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be for sale in the UK, would it? It wouldn't be a beer at all. I'm not sure the Skol. I'm not sure the Danish, the Norwegians, or the Swedish are very happy about using their cheers for a 2.8% ABV lager, but hey ho, that's what it is. Carlsberg, of course, being a Danish company. Rating for this beer, I could have come into this beer review in a very jovial fashion. I could have been very kind of like ha 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 about it, but I've tried to put it in a position where, how would I drink this beer? And I think that again, it's that having a pint in the pub without drinking non-alcoholic beer. I reckon you get away with that with 2.8% ABV and a 1.2 units alcohol units thing that I don't take much notice of. So rating for the beer, it's for me, it's nothing special. I would very much struggle to drink the rest of those cans. So it's a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.